about this when I was at the University of California was about the maid that we had. Her name was Anna. Anna was a beautiful young woman. She was a communist because, you know, communists were giving people some hope, you know, of work, or these people were no longer supposed to be treated just like slaves, you know. We're not here in Russia, and Tolstoy's estate. And Anna also had, she would drink sometimes. My father made wine, so wine was always available. And that would give her liver cramps, liver problems. And it was summertime, and I believe I was probably 17 years old. I was in high school. And if I am sitting here looking at you, you would be a terrace, a balcony that really looks into the courtyard. And there are buildings, tall buildings on all four sides, because the apartments have terraces, not all of them. The one under this one did not have a balcony. They've been closed up for rooms. But the one right on that side had a balcony, and the distance was about more than the distance of this room. And it was dark, you know, it was warm, and we had supper late, and Anna was in the kitchen with my mother, and evidently Anna was saying that she was in pain, that she was overworking, that she didn't want to live this way anymore, whatever. And I remember that my mother sometimes exercised power physically. And so I heard, bingo, that she gave a big slam on Anna's face. And then I recall that Anna ran out. I didn't see it. I ran out of the kitchen, and then she ran right in front of my window. The light was off inside, okay? So I could see her, though, because there were all kinds of lights outside from the other apartments. And I could hear the maids. People had maids at the time. And Anna was saying, I want to die. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Please kill yourself. We're tired of hearing this. Please, you know, do it, do it, do it. And I was just, you know, just standing there. She couldn't see me because the room was dark. And she climbed on the rail, you know, and bingo, she was gone, down. And I knew immediately that, you know, it was concrete down there. You know, there were 2-story buildings and the ceilings were high. And it was an instinctual reaction. I loved the woman. I really felt for her because she had to work so hard. And, you know, she was a human being. It wasn't really fair. And I remember that I knelt in front of the bed. And I had this sort of, you could say, relationship with Mary. And so I said, you know, Mary, save her. Don't let her die. And, you know, we used to make vows in Italy. You make a sacrifice. And I said, you know, I will not eat sweets for a year. I loved sweets. But there was a part of me that knew that, you know, I mean, she had died. I mean, you know, you fall like that. And so I just remained in this strange state of sort of in between whatever worlds there are. I don't know for how long. And then the doorbell rang. The doorbell rang, and my mother, they were, you know, still having dinner, said, Anna, go to the door and open the door. And I said, you know what? How can you expect for her to open the door? She's dead. And then they again called, Anna, go open the door. Well, by the third time, you know, Anna was not opening the door, but there were people outside in front of the door. I could hear the voices. And so at that point, I decided to get out of my room. And these people were saying that Anna had fallen into their terrace. She didn't have a scratch on her. And, you know, they did not know what had happened, and they were going to bring her back upstairs. And they brought her back upstairs. And, you know, I went over to her. I remember I gave her a gift of a necklace that my grandfather had given me. And I sort of embraced her. I told her that she shouldn't do this anymore. And then I remember, I don't think it was, maybe it was the next day you know, I would go to church once a week. And I remember that I went to confession, and I told the priest, you know, about this. Oh, he said, you know, we have heard about this, that, you know, this woman basically should have gotten killed, but she kind of flew sideways and landed in this balcony, you know. Instead of going like that, she went like this. And so he says, you know, you have been, you know, he mentioned miracle, but, you know, you've been given a gift, so, you know, now you shouldn't really be humble and not to talk to anybody about it. And I didn't for 30 years. So what really happened was that she flew sideways because, you know, she jumped from here, but then she landed over there in the balcony.